Hey guys, back to another video, and in this video we are going way back, all the way back to 1927, because this thing is from the 1920s. Just look at this car, and this is not even a car for those people. In the 1920s, when the cars came, people didn't call them cars. Well, the cars actually came in the 18th century, but they were not called cars, they were called horseless carriages, because yeah, they were just a carriage without a horse. Now, looking at this thing, pure classic beauty, man. This is just a classic beauty. So we have this big grille on the front with a big proud logo of the Auruga heron, because this is Auruga heron of the 1927 that was inspired by the BMG drive mod of the Auruga heron. I inspired that mod and made this. So huge lights, big grille, two indicators. These are the horns. This little piece sticking onto the grille, this proud mark of the Auruga heron, the old style bumper that stick out of the car, big sweeping fenders, and you can see the fenders are separate from the body. These are the side mirrors, by the way, if you don't know what are these are the side mirrors which were used back in the day, 1927. They used to be here onto the mud cars. Looking at the grill, I used matchsticks to actually make the grills, make the grill look onto it. And seeing this, it has this white line going across it, because back in the day, the hood was like this in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. The hood opens like this with a little hinge over here, but the hood doesn't open. Looking at the side of this thing, now a very basic, you can see very basic design for the car. Just a big rectangle on the front, a rectangular carriage over here, or you can say the cab, rectangular gates with rectangular windows, and a little rectangular window at the back with a little bit of cut to it, and a rectangular trunk. This is actually a box, it's not even a trunk, because yeah, there were no trunks in 1927. There were just tool boxes with a little button. At the back you can see smaller fenders at the back with the tail light. And now I'm going to show you the interior that is not finished yet, but I will say that the hood and the back of this car doesn't work, it doesn't open. So looking at the windshield, a little piece over here that separated the windshield in two parts. Now this car has some weird doors, like, if you don't know what suicide doors are, these are the doors that open backwards, not like this onto the normal car's doors. Because if you see the normal car's doors, they open like this. They open like this. They open in this direction, on the front direction. But back in the days, the suicide doors were more often used. Today's Rolls-Royce, modern Rolls-Royce, has the suicide doors, but it is not common in cars. So it has a weird door configuration. This front door is a suicide door, and this door is a normal door. So these both of the doors is connected to this single A-pillar. That is kind of weird, but I think that was common in the 1927. You can see this thing has a lot of gauges all over the place, a lot of meters, including the speedometer, the tachometer, the clock, the fuel gauge, the temperature gauge, the oil gauge, all the gauges. So the engineers thought that now the person has all the information it needs to drive a car, and they just plopped over a lot of thousands of gauges. You can see how many gauges are here in the dash. Just look at it. Absurd number of gauges, man. The gauges are all over the place. Then a little thing to place your stuff in. Just look at these gauges. This is the clock, by the way, and the other gauges. The bigger gauges is the speedometer and the tachometer. So yeah, very basic design of the 1927, but still I love these classic cars because they look so royal and so nice. These are just classics, man. These are just classics. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you liked this car model, please like the video so I can work on this thing more and I can make it an RC car. It deserves to be one. And please subscribe my channel if you want more content like this. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.